Hi, I'm Dennis from Cross Digital and CrossDig.com with your weekly pep talk. We are fired up this week, just days away from college football, high school football. In fact, I don't know if you saw the announcement earlier a few days ago, but Cross Digital, I'm doing a partnership with the Trussville Tribune to produce a weekly high school football show online. It's at TribuneSportsLive.com. The first show was last night at 7 o'clock. We'll have weekly shows the next 13 Tuesday nights. They're at 7 o'clock Central. You can catch that. Tell your friends, especially if you're in this area. Really would love to hear your feedback about that, what you liked, what you didn't like. It's an online show. It's not a TV show. It's an online show. So things can be a little different. We try to make it as interesting and exciting as we can. And not be as formal as what you might have seen in the past on traditional television. So check it out and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. Just send me a reply back to this email to the weekly pep talk, or visit me at crossdig.com and let me know. Now onto the weekly pep talk. Of course, I'm thinking about you and thinking about helping you get better in what you do. Ran across this quote not too long ago in a blog post, and it was quoting a guy, Dr. Frank Luntz. He wrote a book called Words That Work. And in the book, he says, it's not what you say, it's what people hear. Now, think about that. It's not what you say, it's what people hear. And it's a loaded statement. And by the way, this guy's, you look at his credentials, he's helped dozens of Fortune 500 companies and politicians with their communication skills. And he goes on to explain that one statement like this. You can have the best message in the world, but the people on the receiving end will always understand it through the prism of his or her own emotions, preconceptions, prejudices, and pre-existing beliefs. It's not enough to be correct or reasonable or even brilliant. The key to successful communication is to take the imaginative leap of stuffing yourself right into your listener's shoes to know what they are thinking and feeling in the deepest recesses of their mind and heart. How that person perceives what you say is even more real, at least in a practical sense, than how you perceive yourself. There's a lot that is said right there in just that paragraph. But the whole point about this, it's not what you say, it's what people hear. And really, as he points out, stuffing yourself into the shoes of your customers. And this goes back to something we've been talking about for a long time, about being a problem solver for people. And I've used this analogy before with you in the past about a waiter in a restaurant. When you sit down at a table and the waiter comes up to you, the waiter asks you, what would you like to eat and drink? The waiter's trying to solve your problems. Now, if the waiter came up to you instead and said, hey, we're having money problems. Can you buy a little extra off the menu tonight that'll help our bottom dollar? Whose problems is the waiter trying to solve? Not yours. The waiter's trying to solve his or the owner's problems, the restaurant's problems. See the difference there? It's the same thing. When you open a business and try to sell your product, don't try to solve your problem of needing money or solve your problem of trying to prove that some product you've come up with is really, really needed by the community. Because maybe it is and maybe it isn't. There's a chance that it won't be needed. Listen to your customers. Listen to their problems. Ask them, how can I help you? What problems can I help you solve today? That's about not what you say. It's about what people hear. It's about stuffing yourself into the shoes of your listeners, your customers. Think about your audience, their needs, who they are, how they think, what they think about, what they feel, what troubles them, and then tailor your approach to that. That's really all about it. Like, take, for example, your website. You built your website that you think, you like it, you think it looks great, but does your customers like it? I read another quote about websites. What's happening in your life that brought you to my website? What brought you to my website? What made you make the conscious click to come to crossdig.com and sign up for the weekly pep talk? What is going on in your life that brought you there? Was it by accident? Was it on purpose? Are you happy you came? Do you come back more often? those are all things think about what's happening in your customers' lives. Solve those problems, and they will keep coming back because they know if you've solved one problem, there's a chance you can solve more. Boy, I'm fired up today. I hope you are too. Go out and make a difference in someone's life today. I'm Dennis Washington with this week's Weekly Pep Talk from Cross Digital and CrossDig.com.